All praises be to God. Pastor got to learn how to get his roster right. You don't send the veterans up first. And send the rookie to clean up. But I'm going to do my best, y'all. I'm going to do my best. Now, they all come out of Acts, but I'm a young gunner, so I'm going to do little things differently than that. I'm coming out of Jeremiah, the first chapter, 5-8. You gotta stop there, you know I like that. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, O Lord God, before I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto thee, say not I am not a child, for thou shalt go. Y'all hear that? Thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and so wherever I command thee, thou shalt speak. All right. And here the subject is stand up, face the wall, and obey the usher. See, one of the jobs of an usher is to show you to your seat, lead you in a direction to a place that may best fit you, conduct or guide you to a spot that will be comfortable to you. But the common problem is that as an usher is leading us to places, pointing us in a direction or where we should go, we fall back and decide to put things in our own perspective and do things we want to do. We find a place that best fits us to our understanding. They leading us, we stop and go where we feel. A place that seems a little bit more appealing to us than the usher had for us. See, the usher led us to a spot that we would be comfortable in, but instead, we decided to squeeze ourselves in a situation that didn't fit you in the first place. What I'm talking about is how many know that this goes past the usher that sit in the back of the church. But tell you, I'm talking about the usher that sits on high and looks down low. The usher that made you and sent his son to save you. I'm talking about that son. Come on. I'm talking about the usher that sits in that kingdom on high and looking down and trying to direct your life the way he has planned it for you a long time ago. We have failed to obey that usher. In Jeremiah chapter, and in the 5th verse, God said, I knew you from the womb. How many know that God has a plan for you? He had a plan for you. That means if he knew you, like you could see a baby in the womb, but you don't know the baby in the womb. How much technology you have, you don't know that baby. You can see that baby, but you don't know. So God knew you before anybody else did. So if he knew you, that means he knew everything about you that no one else did. He can see things in you that you can't see in yourself, and nobody else can see in you. God knew you. So God knows you. That means he must know the best plans for you. He knows where your life should be going. Not where you think you should be going. God knows the best plan for you. It may not always be a straight road. It may be crooked sometimes, but you're going to get to where he wants you to be. And it don't matter where you came from. It's all about where you're going. You may have some mistakes in your life. You may have some bad times, but God still wants to use you. I don't care how many wrong turns you have made in your life, God always has the right path for you to get back on. I don't care how many times you fell flat on your face, God will pick you back up and say, I still want to use you. It's about where you're going. And the first thing I said was stand up. You got to stand up and walk away from your limited understandings and trust God who knows it all. Stand up. But that's all about trusting. And the problem with trusting is that we're scared to trust God. Why are we scared to trust God? Because we're scared of the change that he might put on our lives. We're scared of that lifestyle that he might change. We're scared of the friends that he might change. We're scared of the ways that he might change. We're scared that he might take away the things that we have done for so long and we're comfortable with. Scared of waiting on God. See, the problem is waiting that it does not fix our right now problems. It does not fix our right now issues. It does not give us right now answers to our right now questions. It does not pay our right now bills. We don't like waiting. We like doing things on our own time. Good. But in Psalms 27:14, it says, wait on the Lord. He have good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait on the Lord. And the second thing I said to myself, it was face the wall. So when the usher take you to face the wall, why do they tell you to do that? They take you so you can only be focused on them. If you're looking around, you can't focus where the usher's telling you to go. In order to get your direction, you must be looking into where the direction is coming from. So what am I saying? The more you focus on God, the more you can listen to Him and see where He's trying to guide you. The closer you get to that wall, the less distractions you have, and you can see clearly where He wants you to go. Come on now, y'all gotta go to Him right now.
Good word.
If you listen, you know you have to obey Him. That's coming to obey. You're looking at Him, you're getting direction, but now it's time to obey. That's a difference. Being obedient means you want to obey, but you have to obey means to do exactly what He wants you to do. So in order to obey or to be led, we must learn how to follow. Because obeying means to lead. So in order to be obedient, you have to learn how to follow. Now what does following mean? That means going where they go and doing as they do. What is a Christian? A follower of Christ. Come on. We all claim this. We get to the podium and say, God is the head of my life, He's the leader of my life, but you're not following His Son. Who He told you to follow. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. We all got some issues that we need to take care of. So the one thing that we must do is stand up. Stand up and walk away from what we used to know and things that we used to do. We must face the wall. Y'all not hearing me? We must face the wall, and we only can focus on God. And we must obey the usher and follow wherever He leads us. And that's what you're going to do in your life. Follow what God has planned for you, and you will have more things in your life. You will be prosperous. You will go places that you never could have imagined. No one could have told you what God had planned for you. You just got to listen to Him, talk to Him, get in constant communication with Him, and He will take you places that you would never could have imagined. Thank you.